Hello, my darlings. I'm so glad you're here, joining me at the start of a new adventure. Whether you're a seasoned traveler or simply someone who dreams of distant places, I want to welcome you to this journey with open arms. There's a spark in all of us, a flicker of curiosity that urges us to look beyond our own world. It's that gentle nudge that makes us wonder what lies over the next hill, or across the ocean, or in the hearts of people we've never met. I've been lucky to follow that whisper, down dusty roads and into secret valleys. Each path I've taken has led me to places I never imagined, and taught me lessons I never expected to learn. For me, travel is the greatest teacher. It opens our eyes to the world, and to ourselves. Every journey, no matter how far or near, has a way of shifting our perspective and revealing new truths about who we are. The world is a library of breathtaking stories, waiting for us to be brave enough to turn the page. Each destination is a chapter, each encounter a paragraph, and every memory a line in the story of our lives. This is the story of a page that turned for me, a chapter so beautiful, it's etched on my heart. Some journeys change you forever, and this one did just that. I'm often asked, what's the most beautiful place you've ever seen? My mind spins through memories, sunsets over the Nile, the golden light dancing on the water, the hush of evening settling over ancient lands, the chaos of an Indian market, where every color and sound is a story in itself, or the silent Gobi Desert, where the world feels endless and time stands still. Each place has left its mark on me, but one place rises above them all, a kingdom where happiness is a national priority, and peace fills the air. Imagine a land where the mountains touch the sky, and the people greet you with genuine warmth and kindness. It felt less like a destination and more like coming home to a part of myself I never knew was missing. The air was crisp, the silence profound, and every moment felt like a gentle reminder to slow down and simply be. So come with me, let's leave our worries behind and journey high into the Himalayas to a land of myth and legend. Let's walk ancient paths, breathe in the mountain air, and open our hearts to wonder. This isn't just a travelogue, it's a love letter to Bhutan, and to a monastery that clings to a cliffside as if suspended by a prayer. It's a place where faith and nature exist in perfect harmony, and every stone tells a story. It's a story about discovering true beauty not just in the world but within ourselves, and I'm thrilled to share it with you. Let's begin this adventure together. The journey to Bhutan began long before I ever stepped onto a plane. It started as a dream, a quiet longing to find a place untouched by the rush of modern life, a place where time seemed to move at its own pace. I spent months poring over old travel books, tracing routes on faded maps, and imagining what it would feel like to finally set foot in the land of the Thunder Dragon. Every step of planning felt like a pilgrimage, each detail a small act of devotion to the adventure ahead. Bhutan, the land of the Thunder Dragon, sounded like a fairy tale, untouched by the modern world. Its name alone conjured images of mist-shrouded mountains, hidden monasteries, and a culture fiercely protective of its traditions. I imagined a kingdom where happiness was measured not by wealth, but by the contentment of its people, and where the natural world was revered as sacred. Getting there is a thoughtful process. Visitors are guests, not just tourists. Entry is carefully managed, and every arrival is treated with respect and intention. The anticipation built with every form filled, every letter exchanged, and every story I heard from those who had made the journey before me. The flight into Paro is an adventure in itself. A small jet weaving through a narrow valley, wingtips nearly brushing pine-covered hillsides. The pilot's calm voice belied the challenge of one of the world's most dramatic landings. As the plane dipped and turned, I pressed my face to the window, heart pounding, watching the mountains rise and fall like waves beneath us. Below, patchwork fields and farmhouses with painted eaves came into view. The landscape was a tapestry of greens and golds, dotted with traditional houses and winding rivers. It felt as if I was flying into a painting, each detail more vivid than the last. Stepping off the plane, the air is crisp and sweet with pine. The scent was instantly grounding, a reminder that I had truly arrived somewhere different. The mountains stood sentinel all around, their peaks dusted with snow, and the sky seemed impossibly clear. The airport, built in traditional style, is a work of art. No billboards, just prayer flags and smiling faces. The architecture itself told a story, with intricate woodwork and vibrant colors welcoming every traveler. It was a gentle introduction to a country that values beauty and meaning in every detail. My guide, Kinley, greeted me with a white ceremonial scarf, a genuine, heartfelt welcome. The gesture was more than tradition, it was an invitation to be part of Bhutan's story, to experience its warmth and hospitality firsthand. As we drove, the world outside was a living painting: rice paddies, ancient dzongs, people in elegant national dress. Every turn in the road revealed another scene of daily life, unhurried and harmonious, set against a backdrop of rolling hills and distant peaks. This wasn't a performance. This was simply life in Bhutan. The authenticity was unmistakable, and I felt like I was witnessing something rare and precious, a culture that had chosen to preserve its soul. The stillness and calm washed over me. There was a quiet energy in the air, a sense of peace that seemed to seep into my bones. It was as if the land itself was inviting me to slow down, to breathe, to simply be present. I felt I'd arrived somewhere truly different, a place with its own gentle rhythm. Here, life moved to the sound of prayer wheels spinning and the laughter of children playing in the fields. The pace was slower, but every moment felt richer, more meaningful. The journey had just begun, but I was already enchanted. Every sight, every sound, every encounter felt like a gift, and I knew that Bhutan would reveal its secrets slowly, in its own time. Bhutan was already working its quiet magic, drawing me in with its beauty, its serenity, and its promise of discovery. I couldn't wait to see what lay ahead on this long road to a hidden kingdom. After a few days spent exploring the serene beauty of the Paro Valley, soaking in its gentle rhythms and the quiet hospitality of its people, anticipation began to build. Each morning, the valley was bathed in golden light, and every evening, the mountains glowed with a mysterious allure. But there was one sight I had been waiting for above all others. Finally, the day arrived to see Paro Taktsang, the legendary Tiger's Nest monastery, perched impossibly on the edge of a sheer cliff, one of Bhutan's most iconic and sacred landmarks. I'd seen countless photos and postcards, read stories and travel blogs, but nothing could have prepared me for the moment I would stand before it myself. The reality was so much more vivid, so much more stirring than any image could convey. We set out before dawn, the air crisp and cool with a gentle mist clinging to the valley floor. Our path wound upward through ancient pine and blooming rhododendron forests, the scent of earth and wildflowers filling the air. Each step felt like a pilgrimage, a journey both physical and spiritual. Along the way, our guide Kinley shared the legend, how Guru Rinpoche, the revered Buddhist master, flew to this very spot on the back of a tigress and meditated in a cave for years, bringing Buddhism to Bhutan. His story wove magic into the landscape, making every rock and tree feel alive with history. Hearing this, the destination took on a new meaning. It wasn't just a place to visit, but a sacred site, a living legend that had shaped the spirit of an entire nation. Then, as we rounded a bend, the trees parted, and there it was, revealed in all its glory. The Tiger's Nest seemed to float above the valley, its white walls and golden roofs shimmering in the morning clouds. It looked both impossibly fragile and enduring, as if it had always belonged to the sky. I gasped, overcome by the sheer beauty and drama of the scene. The sight was breathtaking, more powerful and moving than any photograph could ever suggest. The monastery looked like a celestial palace, suspended between earth and sky, defying gravity and logic. It was as if it had been conjured from a dream, a vision made real. We stood together in silent awe, each of us humbled by the sight, feeling the weight of centuries of devotion and wonder. Up close, the monastery radiated a sense of peace and ancient power. Its delicate woodwork and vibrant colors spoke of generations of care, while its sturdy walls clung to the cliff with quiet strength. Around us, the only sounds were the whisper of wind in the pines and the distant call of ravens echoing across the mountains, adding to the sense of timelessness. This was more than just a building, it was a testament to faith, resilience, and the enduring power of the human spirit to reach for the divine, no matter how impossible it may seem. The steep climb to the monastery still lay ahead, promising new challenges and discoveries, but in that moment, the journey already felt deeply rewarding, as if I had touched something eternal. Filled with anticipation and reverence, I was ready to continue onward, eager to uncover the secrets and stories that awaited within the sacred walls of Paro Taktsang. The trek to the Tiger's Nest is a pilgrimage, not a stroll. The path zigzags upward through forest, every breath a small victory. The air is rich with pine, moss, and blooming rhododendrons, a scent no bottle could capture. Bells on ponies, wind in the leaves, bird song, and the hum of prayer wheels create a natural symphony. Prayer flags lined the path, their colors vivid against the green, carrying blessings on the wind. With each step, I felt lighter, worries falling away. The rhythm of walking became meditation. I was simply present. The climb was a journey inward as much as upward. Every sense was alive, every moment a gift. The mountain was teaching me to be still. After 2 hours, we reached the viewpoint opposite the monastery. The tiger's nest was so close, perched across a dramatic gorge, a waterfall cascading below. A bridge draped in prayer flags spanned the chasm. The monastery's white walls, dark wood, and golden roofs shone in the sun, a masterpiece of spiritual engineering. It seemed to grow from the cliff, in perfect harmony with nature. The final push down stone steps into the gorge, then up again to the entrance. Crossing the bridge, the waterfall's spray was cool and refreshing. The monastery towered above, a silent guardian. Stepping through the gateway, the world outside faded away. The air was thick with incense and butter lamps. I left my camera behind, grateful to be truly present. I had arrived at a sanctuary. Inside, time slowed to a hush. We wandered through dim temples and meditation caves, walls alive with centuries-old murals. Butter lamps flickered, casting moving shadows on painted deities and saints. In a prayer hall, a young monk chanted softly, a sound both personal and universal. I sat quietly, letting the peace seep into my bones. We saw the cave where Guru Rinpoche meditated, the heart of the monastery. The scent of juniper incense and yak butter filled the air. The monks moved with quiet grace, their devotion authentic and unhurried. This was a living sanctuary, not a museum, a place of faith, history, and peace. There's a moment in every journey that stays with you forever. For me, it was sitting in a quiet courtyard, looking over the Pero Valley. The world below was vast and peaceful, the sun warm, the breeze gentle. In that stillness, my worries faded, replaced by gratitude for beauty, kindness, and the strength to climb. Bhutan's lesson was clear. True wealth is peace of mind, connection to nature, and kindness. The concept of gross national happiness made perfect sense. Leaving the monastery, I felt lighter, carrying a new sense of peace. The tiger's nest recalibrated my soul. Beauty is found in grand vistas and quiet moments alike. This place will always be a part of me. The flight out of Paro was as breathtaking as the arrival. Looking down, the valley and the tiger's nest were now memories etched in my heart. The journey home was a time for reflection. Bhutan's gentle smiles, spicy food, and prayer flags had reshaped my understanding of the world. Back home, life seemed faster, but I carried the mountain's stillness with me. When life gets frantic, I remember the scent of incense and the peace of that courtyard. Travel builds bridges between cultures, it connects us all. The people of Bhutan welcomed me with open hearts, asking only for respect. This exchange is the true magic of travel. My story of this Himalayan jewel ends, but the journey never really does. Sharing it with you has been a joy. Thank you for coming along. The world is full of wonders, and these stories remind us of the beauty and kindness all around. My passion is to seek out these places and share their magic with you. If these stories spark your curiosity, I'd be honored if you join me on future adventures. Your support makes these journeys possible. Let's keep searching for beauty and wonder together. Thank you, my darlings, for everything.